Hi, I'm Elliot Cohen, and my final project is called Meds Tracker. Basically, I'm really bad at remembering to take my meds, and I'm really bad at remembering if I've already taken them. And so, basically, what it is it's just this little holder that holds my medication in it, and it detects when I take it and when I don't. And so, I can set the time that I want to take my meds at, and then when it rolls around to that time, if I haven't taken them yet, it starts flashing at me, and if I have, then it stays green. One of the things that I'm most proud of with this project is just the 7 segment display. That was such a pain to get working because there's so many pins on it and I needed to use 2 of them. So I had to uh, get creative with a couple shift registers to try to minimize how many pins I needed to use it. One of the biggest challenges that I ran into was that my original idea was not to use an ultrasonic sensor to detect if the vial of medication was still there. I was going to use a force sensor, but when I went and actually tried that, it the vial of medication was not heavy enough. It didn't register at all. It didn't register when it was empty, and it still didn't when it was like full of meds. And so I had to pivot from there. And the way I overcame that was before I started, when I initially pitched it, I had like 3 or 4 other ideas for how I might be able to detect the medication aside from the force sensor. So it was really easy to just switch over to one, and once that worked, it was good to go. So I think my advice for any future students would be, if you have something that you haven't done before, so you don't know 100% that it would definitely work, make sure that before you start, you have a couple other ideas for what you could do instead that would still work. I also didn't end up using the Arduino Cloud like I had wanted to before because I just didn't like the way the interface worked. And so that I pivoted over to the 7 segment display. I originally didn't even plan on using those. And so I would say that when you do initially pitch it, have a few ideas for how you might cope with things if your initial plan for implementing it doesn't work.